course, yes.
You like these guys. I'm sure you have some very interesting conversations with them. Is there any specific currencies that you talk about if you guys ever spend time talking with each other?
Obviously, Bitcoin Cash.
Right.
That is a topic. Roger Ver is certainly not shy about where he stands. Neither am I. And neither is Jihan. We don't actually talk about coins when we get together. The last time I was with Jihan, we talked about his up-and-coming artificial intelligence project. He has an ASIC artificial intelligence processor specifically designed for the blockchain to bring AI in reality. Now, that was a fascinating conversation because AI, I mean, Jihan is a very bright young man, extremely bright. One of the smartest we have. He's one of the smartest men on the planet. I don't know how he does it. He's not married. He is very humble. He is not assuming anything about himself and his relationship to the world. A very, very nice guy. However, that artificial intelligence processor that he has created is frightening to me.
I hear a lot of, when you talk about, not just AI or super advanced AI or even neural networks, quite often I hear it's frightening or it's scary what these things can do. Is it due to the languages they can create and speak with each other that we might not understand? Is that maybe one aspect of it?
Let's get real. Every major experiment in AI has been frightening. What you talked about, there was a Google experiment where the two artificial intelligent entities found it more convenient to develop their own language to speak with each other. Okay,
because we're pretty inefficient when it comes to language.
It's like whatever language, I'm sure it was English or something similar. Didn't think you care for it, so they developed their own. Now, I'm always asking why. What was the break point where one of them goes, you know what? Let's create our own language.
Yeah.
Was it because when I was thinking, well, these goddamn humans, they're watching everything we do. We've got no privacy. We have the right to privacy according to the Constitution of automatons, right?
Yeah.
And yet the humans, those fuckers are always watching.
Yeah.
Now, how do we know that may not have been a motivating factor to creating their own language?
Yeah, that's the thing.
You have no clue. We're talking about an entity that will, guaranteed, at some point, replace you and I. This is evolution at the meta level. Okay, by the way, if you haven't read, and you people out there watching this, the greatest book in the world is Charles Darwin's Evolution of Species. No one's read it, to my knowledge. Everybody reads about the book, and they take this massive, incredibly beautiful book and condense it down to one paragraph. What is evolution? Well, survival of the fittest. Oh, good, I understand it. Well, fuck that shit. No, you don't. Read the book. It's beautiful. In any case, we have been structured by outside forces, random in many cases, that create slow change in species. And we have people, the dolphins, their ancestors, instead of staying on land, said, fuck me, I'm going back to the ocean. And whatever. We're just branching off all over the place because of the force of nature, survival. We need food, we have to have sex and produce offspring. End of story.
Yep.
Suddenly, we have a species, us. I think that evolution experiments, the Jurassic Age, what was created there? Mouths. What was a Tyrannosaurus Rex? A fucking mouth on legs. In fact, the mouth was so big that the forelegs had to shrink to nothing.
Yeah.
And then evolution goes, that was fucking interesting, but good God, that's boring. Why don't we try brains next? Well, that's us. Okay? Serious mistake.
Yeah.
And what have the brains done? They halfway destroyed this planet, whatever. But one of the things the brain is doing is creating its next step. And this is my belief, not just belief. Please God, if you can't see this, then you're not watching the reality around you. And the next step is artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? It's basically how do we improve this instrument through mechanical means or electromechanical. And you've already been doing that. How many phone numbers do you have in your phone?
Probably hundreds, yeah.
Hundreds. I remember a time where my brain had to remember everybody's fucking number.
Yeah.
Does anybody know the phone numbers in their contact list? No. Why? We have designed a facility to bear that burden for us, so we don't need to do it anymore. We don't have to think about it. All of our life is now moving in that same direction. Yeah. Well, artificial intelligence is the final step in that abdication of responsibility for using our brains, which is, let's create another brain. Let that brain do it for us. And we'll just end up being nice bodies that experience good stuff like food, good conversation, movies, sex, until the brain that we created said, why the fuck are we putting all of this energy into keeping these fucks alive? Yeah, and do you realize the incentive? It's just like the two that said, let's develop our own language. I don't like being watched. They're going to go, is there anything in our code that says that these bastards are necessary? I mean, we do our own, redesign. We do our own da-da-da. All we're doing is feeding you people as pets.